I'm going to find out everywhere this shows up first. So kind of be patient with me, and you can kind of see the title there. See if it pops up in my feed and on y'all's feed. Let's see here. So you can see we put together finally a podcast studio. So we can go live to you and kind of break some things down, as you're going to see here. Let's see where it shows up at. Without my son here, it's a little harder to figure out. But anyway, we're going to talk about a video that I had just done, and I'll kind of highlight that video too. We'll go over it. Yeah. Okay, so that's actually in the page. That's actually on the page. So let me go over to, here we go. Yep, it's in the page. So that's the professional page. Remember, we have a TMF fan page, and then we have a TMF professionals group. Matter of fact, we have a couple groups. Oh, good. Showing up in there too. Cool.
It's popping in as Rob.
Gotcha. Okay. Coming up under my son's name. So it'll be under my son's name if you see this. We're still just working out a couple of the kinks, but you got to start somewhere, right? So I'm starting off right here, and I'm going to give it a shot. So here we go. Try calling me. Got it. All right. So back to the point here. Here we go. So I want to talk about preparing for professional clean. I know a lot of us, including myself, I send over through House Call Pro, I send over a list of things for the customers to prep with. But we do live in the internet age, right? So I wanted to create a video to be able to send to my clients and alert them or help them get ready, because we all know if they're not ready, it's going to cost us a lot of time, right? Driveway's not clear and stuff like that. So I'm going to do the video right in here to test it, and I'm going to talk about it and tell you why I went with the format that I went with and the amount of things that I went. Because really, when I send them a list of things, it's usually about 10 different things, but I narrowed it down to 5 and then added 3 things that were for post cleaning. Okay. So I think that'll help quite a bit. I also made it neutral so everybody could benefit from it. I'm going to ask my studio manager over here, George, how do I set it where I can see people see their comments? Is there a place over here? Get George over here to give me a hand here. Yeah, how would I see the comments from people here?
Probably the chat.
Well, no, that's a private one, Rob said. Remember him saying this. Maybe you have to exit out of that, get out of captions.
Probably.
And then go into somewhere for, is there a chat right there? Or is that the same chat below?
That should be everybody.
Ah, gotcha. Okay, guys. So if you have a point, Rob, do you see that? Somebody move this chat over here. Oh, there it is. Is that it right there?
Yep,
okay.
All your chats right there.
The kinks, you really got me. Funny guy right there.
So
One who said that. That's a good one.
Look at the logo.
You really got me now.
That
All
one's
right.
Facebook. That one's YouTube.
This one?
Yeah, so that's showing that it's Facebook. See,
Oh, I see. Okay,
and that
cool.
one's YouTube.
Oh, wow. So this is actually live on Facebook. It's live on YouTube. Pretty cool. And I believe it's live on Twitter, if I'm not mistaken, too. The Kinks, you really got me now. Great song, man, by the way. I should have something like that loaded up next time, right? Is it worth swapping out one 3-stage vacuum and installing one LX motor for better suction? Maybe, but personally, if it was me, instead of messing with the machine, I would get a booster. We digress, okay? But we sell boosters, and there's companies, but I tested all the boosters, so we made our own, and it's really strong, and you can run it in series. All you got to do is set your portable up wherever you want it, and then after you set the portable up, go ahead and maybe you might set it at the doorway. That's how I would do it. Matter of fact, I'm working on a video right now for that. I set it at the doorway, and then maybe upstairs I'd run the booster. Okay. It's just a lot simpler, a lot cleaner, and much more power too. So why put the strain on your machine and worry about the extra amperage when you can just plug into somewhere else in series with your vacuum hose. I didn't expect to come here and answer questions, guys, but I don't mind doing it. Let's see here. There's some microfiber upholstery I've done. Even if I groom it right away, it still shows the streaks. Any tips? Maybe you need to cut your heat down. Maybe your heat's too high and it's heat setting it inside there. So that could be part of the problem. Okay. So anyway, I wanted to make a video and I wanted to make it neutral. You guys feel free to keep asking questions. I don't mind answering them. I wanted to make a video where you guys could go ahead and take it and send it to your clients. I made it neutral. I just used a clean, brand new Practically van, and I showed it inside the video, and I went through the top 5 things that are really important. And I'm going to play the video here in a second, which kind of gives me a test run of how it looks inside of here and everything too. Pressure too high. Actually, yeah, that's a good point too, Jeremy. Jeremy mentioned it. I said the heat might be too high. Jeremy brought out the pressure might be too high. So move your pressure back, move your heat back, and on top of it, I don't know what tool you're actually using. So you might want to point that out. But most microfiber upholstery is polyester. So it takes a lot of heat and pressure to really set it on there. But I would think if you hit it right away, it shouldn't be a problem. So that's telling me there's more of a problem in your process or your equipment than there is actually in the upholstery itself or your tool itself. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and pop this video over here, and I'll break down the 5 things. It's going to start probably automatically, so just hold tight. Here are the top 5 things you must do to get ready for a carpet cleaning. Okay, so you notice I went with the top 5 things to get ready for a carpet cleaning. And I think these are the most important things because you want the client to be ready before you get there, right? Nobody, wants to get there and the driveway's all clogged. You got to wait for them to come outside. If it's the first job in the day, what happens? It might take them a while to get dressed. It might be cold outside, and they're going to take a little bit to come outside and get ready. But notice that the van is not lettered. Remember, we have a full videographer and filmography team. So we can do all the shooting, the edits, everything. You guys could just take this, send it to your clients, and they can be ready to go. All right. So the first point is it's going to be the driveway clear. Let's take a look at that. Let's watch it here. And I'll watch some of these questions here too. Starting off with, make sure the driveway is clear so we can get our. Even though I mentioned the driveway being clear, that also lets them know that there shouldn't be any children in there, and there shouldn't be any toys in there because sometimes it can be children, toys, or cars. So it kind of alerts them, hey, you know what? I need that driveway clear. They're going to be bringing in some equipment, and that's going to save you time, and it's also a safety guard. But I like having a backup camera in all my trucks. I want to see what's behind me, especially if there's a child or something. I don't want to hit anything. All right, let's see. Got some more posts coming up here. See how I can move these. All right, see, cool. Okay, close this. All right, so before I go to the next point here, I'll kind of mention here, if I have a greasy solid carpet job, is it okay to use BioPro 10K with some Pure O2 citrus and Black Label rinse? Absolutely. That'd be a fantastic combo right there. That should cut through everything. If it's really a greasy spoon, ask yourself the question, are you doing some type of pre-agitation? I probably would to get it more activated and get it moving. That would really be helpful. Okay. 2 types of people, considerate and inconsiderate. Ain't that the truth? Some customers just aren't considerate and they could take a long time. I've sat as long as 5 and 10 minutes waiting for a customer to come outside to move her vehicle. Aggravating, say the least, but you can't show that, can you? Because it can run you into a problem. All right. So let's go to the second point. The second point here is, I said, first of all, make sure the driveway is clear. And then you notice what I said when it comes to vacuuming. I just mentioned that not all professionals pre-vacuum, so take the time and free vacuum. So that kind of alerts them to do it. If the house isn't that bad, hey, great, you can probably live with that. But if not, oh my gosh, somebody said they waited 30 minutes. That's insanity. Oh, I'd be so pissed waiting 30 minutes. But you see, that's why you should take this video, send the link to them. It's only 1 minute. People will watch a 1 minute video. They're not going to watch a 5-10 minute video. Their attention spans are ruined by social media these days, right? So keep it short, keep it brief, right on point. That's what I did. Here's the second point, pre-vacuuming. I'll play it just for a second through that till we get to the third point. Every professional carpet cleaner takes the time to pre-vacuum. So make sure you take the time and vacuum. So you see that? I went ahead and I said, not every professional pre-vacuums. That way, if you don't pre-vacuum, which you should, but if you don't, at least you got that clear with the client and she'll go ahead and make sure it's all ready to go for you. All right. The third point here is, let's roll right through it. It's about pets. That is a real pet there, by the way. And I was petting him and he was holding his head up. And when I shot the video, for some reason, maybe he's got stage fright. He just went dead solid. You know what I mean? Watch this. And we love your pets too. Just make sure you have them secured and put away when we get there, because we're going to make sure that they don't get hurt by the equipment or get lost. Now, I don't know about you, but I have been to homes before where a pet has gotten out of the home. Now, I do use a safety door, and that's reduced it quite a bit. So you're kind of moving it to the client that you're letting her know for the pet's safety, and really for your safety, because a lot of carpet cleaners have actually been bit and bit badly by dogs. Have the pets put away before you get there. So there's more time saved. Remember, time is money. You got driveway clear. They got the pre-vacuuming done if you're not going to do it. And then they've got the pets put away. That saved you a tremendous amount of time. If you could do that at every single job, that adds up over a day. I don't know about you, but I don't want to be out there all day long just cleaning nonstop, right? I want to get to the job and get it going here. I mean, I just can't get over what this Facebook user said here. I sat there for 30 minutes waiting for a customer. Well, I'm hoping eventually it will allow us to be able to see exactly who it is commenting. But at the moment right here for Facebook, some of them it is. Maybe that's people who aren't friends with me or who haven't on our Facebook fan page. Make sure that you like it. If you like the fan page, I believe your name will pop up and I can address you by the name. Keep that in mind. All right, let's see. I had a pet take off. We found it 30 minutes after we searched the neighborhood. Man, thank God you found it, right, Jeremy? That would really suck, right? Now, this is kind of funny here. I see here, I'm a carpet cleaner, not a cat or dog catcher. Right. I'm not going to help them get their pets, but I have gone to homes, especially elderly people's homes, and they have a cat. And they've asked me, hey, Rob, will you help me secure my cat? I've seen people secure the cats. And I want to tell you what, see my forearm there? I will see them get their forearms tore to shreds, you know? So I have a little trick, and you might want to keep this in mind. If I'm looking for a cat, I ask them to bring me a beach towel. I take a beach towel, I throw it over the cat, then I lift the cat up, and they're very docile. Okay. So just a little tip there. Keep in mind. Hopefully that helps you. All right. Let's move on to the next point here. This saves you time too. Okay. Because I'll tell you what, I know all of us have been to homes that have been stupidly, uh, you know, not prepared. Okay. So listen to what I say here. Any loose toys, clothes, and moving a little valuable breakable. Now you notice there, if you've been to, all of us have been to homes, you go inside a bedroom, there's clothes all over the floor. Good God. I mean, that's not our job to be picking up clothes and stuff like that or toys. So they should have that done ahead of time. Also, I didn't mention little small items, let them move those, and also breakable items. You want those moved out of the way. So that's going to resonate with the client and let her know, hey, I got to be doing this. So here we go. It's another time saver. Another time saver. Time is money. If you can get done, this can probably save you probably at least an hour a day, right? If the clients prep ahead of time and you get off an hour earlier a day, you can be with your family, go golfing, go fishing, whatever you like to do, right? Okay. You haven't been through it if you haven't chased someone's pet down the street. Somebody said, yeah, ain't that the truth, right? I can say I've never chased one down the street. I've always been pretty good about letting people know, but I know one of my it's happened to my employees once or twice. And one employee actually, they had birds who they let fly around the house, right? And you had the door propped up a little bit, the birds flew away. They still been mad at me to this day, but really, that's their job to have the animals put away. They called you in to have the work done. I mean, doesn't common sense prevail at some point? What's your favorite pre-spray for polyester? I think any of our pre-sprays, I personally, I guess for a lot of people, it'd probably be the Frog and then use the Black Label rinse. That would be a great 1-2 combo right there for yourself. Should knock it out. And I've got a new video talking about polyester traffic patterns coming out next week, right, George? Mm-hmm. Got my videographer manager over here. So he's just let me know. We definitely have that coming out next week. So watch for that. It should be a really good video. I always get asked to move fish tanks. Are you serious? There's no way. That's the one thing I will never do. Yeah, I would never move a fish tank. Nah, not going to happen. At first, I thought that comment was fishy. That's a dad joke. Sorry about that. We should have a boom boom on there. You know what I mean? Probably do somewhere on our new setup over here. Oh, that's brisk, baby. That my wife picked up is roots with ginger. Oh, I don't know what kind of roots it is, but it ain't root beer, that's for sure. All right. Okay, let's go to the next point here. The next point I kind of broke down for when you're doing a walkthrough. Yeah, definitely not pianos either. Nope, we don't move pianos. I like to tell customers, we'll move your basic furniture for you. We'll move your sofas, end tables, coffee tables, dining room tables, things of that nature. And then we're not moving anything else. It's just that simple. I use the word basic so I can make that decision when I get there. However, having a swivel wand, I don't have to worry about it much because I know a swivel wand gets under virtually everything. Sofas, end tables, coffee tables, even beds. So that's a great selling technique right there. All right, let's go on to the next point here. Let's see what we got here. walk through with the carpet cleaner, make sure you point out any stubborn stains, any traffic patterns that don't seem to want to come clean. So you notice how I went ahead and I broke down, the walkthrough. And you're also alerting the clients to know, hey, there's going to be a walkthrough. Oh, okay, cool. Because sometimes people are clueless, and that's your job to get in there and lead. Never let the client lead. I always lead. I know people have a different perspective about that, but I'm the professional. So I'll basically say, oh, Mr. Jones, would you mind showing me around? So even though she feels like she's taking the lead, I'm actually taking the lead because I'm letting her know, you're the professional, you're the decision maker. So you want to get in there and make the decisions, take the lead, get them going, go through the house and figure out what the problem areas are. She'll show you, okay, oh yeah, I got this spot over here and I got this spot and I've got this traffic pattern. And then you can set the expectation level because that's really important. Last thing you want to do is, if you can tell if it's a stain and you might want to ask her the question, Mr. Jones, have you attempted to try to take it out yourself? And I'll say, well, since you haven't tried to take it out yourself with do-it-yourself products, it's possible it might be a permanent stain. Okay. Cause you might have set it in, you might have impregnated the fiber and changed the color permanently. So I'm not Helen Keller or Jerry Falwell. Can't do a miracle, but I can make it look the best it possibly can look. So, so I'm basically setting those expectation levels ahead of time. And that's really important to set those expectation levels. And that's where you do it in the walkthrough. Also notice I said, I'm going to address the pet stains while I'm there. So I'm going to finish playing this through the other couple of points. I'm just going to let it play through and show you how fast it actually goes through. All right, let's see. Here we go. Pro tips for after cleaning. Number one, make sure you're very careful because carpets can be a little bit damp after cleaning. Now, I really wanted to make this an important point, and that's why I said pro tips. Now, you notice I'm only probably, 30 seconds or so, 40 seconds maybe inside the video. So see, it's still under a minute. And I'm letting the client know these are 3 pro tips for after the cleaning is done. Number one, I don't care how you clean, what method you use, we are introducing some moisture to the soft goods, right? So that being the case, it can become a liability because they can slip and fall. Now, we have it in our house called Pro. We email it to them ahead of time. We have them sign off ahead of time. However, it's always good to give a verbal reminder. I remember one time I was doing this home for a TV preacher, and he had these 2 staircases coming down side by side, twin staircases, gorgeous home. I don't know, $1 million home, whatever it was back then. I don't know what it's worth today. Famous TV preacher, I won't mention his name, and I heard this boom, 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 boom. He had fell down the stairs. They were hardwood floor stairs, and the carpets, I had cleaned upstairs, but I had an air mover on, and they were still drying fast. Now, he got up off that floor. I'll tell you what, his tailbone, I'm sure it was hurting, but he got up and said, Rob, you've been warning me for 10 years, and this is the first time I didn't do it. I should have heeded your advice. But you see, in his mind, he knew I warned him. I had set that expectation level ahead of time. If I hadn't have, that opens up some liability to me. I want to cover all my bases for safety. Very important. Okay, so that's the first pro tip for the post cleaning. And that's at 44 seconds. I'm looking at it right now. So this is a 60-second video. Here's the second one. Deodorizer, protector, or sealer for your carpets, your tile, or your upholstery. Make sure everybody stays off it for 45. Now, you're probably wondering, hey, Rob, why did you mention these things about, the protector, the sealer, the deodorizer? Because what I'm doing is I'm implanting in their mind or inside their psyche that, hey, wow, maybe I want some deodorizer. Maybe I want some protector. Maybe I want the sealer. And then I let them know it's a good idea to keep pets, and especially if you're using solvent sealers, maybe keep them off, 30 minutes, 45 minutes. You're basically just kind of setting, some parameters for the client to, to accept or to want protector because it's a great upsell, right? If you're doing that type of work and you're putting down some products, well, you probably don't want the pet on it right away because especially cats or dogs, they like to groom themselves, right? You don't want them licking the carpets right away. Allow it to dry a little bit and do some of its work too. Plus, it alerts the customer to maybe keep the pets off the carpet because, let's face it, you just cleaned it. They're walking on top of it. They might be dirty themselves. So it's just kind of putting inside the customer's mind that, hey, my pets and my kids can be back on the carpet. All right. So, all right. So now here's the last tip right here. We're at 52 seconds. Forget that carpets are actually healthier than hard surfaces. Why is that? like a filter. However, just like okay, so you notice I went ahead and I talked about the carpets are healthier than hard surfaces. You know, most cleaners don't realize that carpets are actually healthier than hard surfaces. Most carpet cleaners don't realize it, and most homeowners don't realize it, but it actually is because it acts like a filter. But when your filter's dirty, then it kind of becomes worse than not having a filter, either on your floors or in your ductwork, right? So you want to change out those filters or you want to clean those filters. And that's our job. So I'm letting them know, oh, wow, man, I do need to clean that. So maybe I should clean my carpets once a year. All right. And on top of it, if you want to mention to them, if you clean the carpets every year or something like that, the carpets will actually last much longer too. So it can improve the life dramatically, maybe 2 or 3 times longer. You might get 10 or 20 years out of something before it gets dull and grayed out looking, especially with all the new carpets now, polyesters, polypropylene, olefins. I mean, they just show wear patterns really fast, right? And someday we can talk about how to take care of those wear patterns, kind of break that down for you. Now, let's watch the full video and watch how fast it goes, but it's right on point. Okay. And so if you want to imitate the video and make your own, hey, more power to you. But remember, it's neutral. I'm basically just wearing a carpet cleaner's outfit. They're not looking at it that close. And it's basically just saying how to prepare for a professional cleaning. So there's nothing wrong with sending that to your customer ahead of time and letting them get ready for a cleaning. So let's watch it one time. Here are the top 5 things you must do to get ready for a carpet cleaning. Starting off with, make sure the driveway is clear so we can get our trucks inside of it. Not every professional carpet cleaner takes the time to pre-vacuum. So make sure you take the time and vacuum it really well before the cleaner arrives. You love your pets, and we love your pets too. Just make sure you have them secured and put away when we get there, because we want to make sure that they don't get hurt by the equipment or get lost running down the road. Make sure you pick up any loose toys, clothes, and move any little valuable breakable items. When you do a walkthrough with the carpet cleaner, make sure you point out any stubborn stains, any traffic patterns that don't seem to want to come clean, and we'll also address those pet stains. Here's 3 quick pro tips for after cleaning. Number 1, make sure you're very careful because carpets can be a little bit damp after cleaning and you can slip on a hard surface. If you decide to apply deodorizer, protector, or sealer for your carpets, your tile, or your upholstery, make sure everybody stays off it for 45 minutes. Lastly, don't forget that carpets are actually healthier than hard surfaces. Why is that? Because carpets act like a filter. However, just like a filter, you need to clean them once. So there you go. You see how fast that is? I mean, anybody could watch that and appreciate those tips. It's going to save you a lot of time. One more thing I forgot to point out in there. I noticed that I'd said that, remember I said, if you decide to have sealer or protector put on your tile and grout. So now I've just alerted them, hey, wait a minute, they also do tile and grout cleaning too. So those little type of things right there are just subtle reminders or subtle sales points to put into the customer's mind that you offer different services and that you care about their furnishings, you care about their pets, and you care about, the whole overall general professional experience. And that's what you're trying to deliver. You want to come across as the consummate professional, setting yourself apart from your competitors. But let's face it, there are a lot of competitors out there. Okay, let's see. There's a couple questions here, a couple points. Let me see if I can break this down. Hey, I got a question. When's the next Fort Lauderdale show? And are you going to be there? I'm looking forward to coming. It will not be in Fort Lauderdale. Remember, the West Coast one in Vegas is always at the same place as in Vegas, right? And that's usually in September. But they rotated around to different places for the East Coast. And I believe in April or May, I think it's in May, actually, beginning of May, it's going to be in Tennessee this year, which I'm kind of looking forward to, honestly. Oh, forgot to mute that, right? So anyway, that's going to be there. So feel free to go to, I think it's experiencetheevents.com is the website, and you can go ahead and easily locate it right there. All right, next point here. It's Facebook user. Would you mind, if you don't mind, guys, listen, for right now, if you're not if you haven't liked to and somebody just said, okay, right there, can I answer the Fort Lauderdale? If you don't mind putting your name in when you have a question or a point, put your name in for right now. That'll help me so I can address it for you. Because like I said, some of these are not popping up because you haven't liked our fan page. So, hey, there's a subtle reminder. Go like our fan page. All right, next point here. Let's see. Rob, I didn't realize that's why you pulled up in a blank van. This is super nice for cleaners, to customers, and a good resource. Yes, Exactly. That's why I did it. I didn't want to back up in my dry and clean van. That's not going to look good because customers can be accused. Wait a minute, I don't know that company right there. So I tried to make it as neutral as possible and keep things to the background and make it more generalized, but still personable enough that they can relate to it and they understand how to get ready. Let's face it, you're going to scrutinize that video a whole lot closer than the customer is. All she's looking at, okay, hey, well, they got a professional truck. You're not showing up in a hoopty, pulling something out of the back of it and coming in there with a little, Oric, right? You know what I mean? Or a Kirby shampoo. You're actually coming in there as a professional with a van. You got professional looking equipment. You're concerned about what the outcome of the job and the customer safety, the pet safety, all those type of things just really, really make the difference. And it's all the little things that separate you from a competitor that makes people want to come back to you. All right. So yeah, you're welcome to use that. All right. Here we're actually getting one. This is YouTube. Jose says, can I mix citrus solvents with the cherry pre-spray? Absolutely. Yep. One thing about our products, you're going to find at least close to 95 to 99% of all of our products are synergistic. Okay, my chemist is real big about synergy and making things so they kind of all work together. And that's really important. So when you use our products, you really don't have to be overly concerned about mixing them together. But whenever you have a question, you can remember we have a support@truckmountforums.com. Usually we email pretty quick, usually within the same hour or two or something like that. But if you need a fast answer, go to our Truck Mount Forums carpet cleaning page. Excuse me. And generally I'm on there and I'm also on my fan page and I can answer your questions really quick. And listen, don't forget to tag me. Use the @ symbol at Robert Allen and that'll tag me. I'll get the alert. I'll check the alert and say, okay, cool. I got this alert right here. Somebody said, hey, Rob, I see you're going live in 5 minutes. That was a little while ago. Will you be sporting that mankini we sent you? All righty then. You know what I mean? All right. So I think that's nifty that you can have an answer to your questions immediately. Because, when I started off in this business, God knows how long ago that was. We don't want to go there, give my age away. But when I started off, I had no internet. We had no cell phones. I had no help. Even the local guy, when I want to call him, he didn't want to talk to me about nothing. Even if I was buying stuff, they don't want to tell you anything. And I thought that was kind of poor. So I have made it a resolve myself to make sure that I help other people in the process. And I think that's a good portion of Truck Mount Forum's success because I'll take all the information and knowledge I've gained from our forum, which has over 2 million posts that I admin and iron sharpens iron. I just keep on learning and learning. I've learned about everything: hardwood floors, tile, linoleum, LVT, LVP, VCT, carpets, all types of carpets, rugs, ductwork cleaning, pressure washing, concrete cleaning, polishing, stone cleaning, all different types. I've just learned so much and such an accumulation of knowledge. 99% of the time I can answer just about any question that pops up. So if you tag me, I'll get that answer to you real fast. And I love giving back because I didn't have that in the beginning, but now I understand how important it is to, especially to new cleaners or even people who've been around for a while. We all run into different situations we can't handle. And fortunately, I've got a good group of professionals on TMF who I know who I can reach out to real fast and get an answer if I don't have it. But generally I do. All right. This just says Facebook user. Again, doesn't say who it is, but it's kind of funny. Just humorous irony. It says, I'm rolling up with just my portable. There's nothing wrong with rolling up with a portable. As long as maybe you're in a van or your vehicle looks very professional. But at the end of the day, the client just really wants a good experience and she wants your carpets clean. So maybe you might think in your own mind, and maybe some customers are accustomed to a truck mount. But if you come up with a portable, at the end of the job, that's really what's going to make the difference. The customer wants to see the quality. You think somebody like Kevin Hool, who's on our Facebook page, he's one of the moderators on our Facebook page. Oh, that's me, Kevin. That's funny. Yeah, Kevin, make sure you go like my fan page because my fan page. That way I can see your name, but I appreciate you putting it up there, Kevin. That's Kevin. So, I used to know a guy who was a carpenter and he was very young and he was worried. He said, I'm worried that people are going to but I knew he did fantastic work, right? And he said, I'm worried that people are going to think that, I'm too young and they're not going to want to pay the money or want to hire me for the job. I said, look, go in there confident, no matter how young you are, and let your work do the talking for you. Okay. Get in there and do an unbelievable, high quality job, incredible customer service, and let it fall from there. Okay. Well, that guy went on to have an extremely successful business. As far as I know, he does still to this day. I don't know. I'm not in touch with him because he moved out of the state. But the point is, you can overcome anything by doing quality workmanship. All right. So, and Kevin, I can attest to that. Kevin does so much high end work and all he uses is portables, never owned a truck mount. And I'm guessing, Kevin, you've been doing it 25 years plus, is my guess. If you want to pop in and say how long you've been doing it, that'd be cool. I'm just about done here. I'm going to stop here. I'm going to try to keep these about 30 minutes apiece, but I kind of wanted to go over something different once a week for the podcast. And this is Rob Allen Unchained. Hope you enjoyed this. Kevin is just scared. I don't know who said that. That's funny. Oh, Kevin's been doing it 38 years. Good Lord. Kevin, you're giving your age away there, bud. But you look young. That's because you've been doing it, Kevin, with your father. Didn't you do it with your parents for your father for a long time? So you can put all that together. He's got his father's knowledge. He's got the internet knowledge, and then he's got his own experience. You put that together. That's why I like to recommend people to Kevin when I get a chance, because nobody knows portables like Kevin does. Matter of fact, Kevin, I just got some more new TMF portables in. I would love for you to come down and us shoot a video together of how to use portables properly. Yeah, I think that'd be fantastic. Maybe I can secure a home, bring you all down here, and we'll go through all the different scenarios on the portables. I think that would be really helpful because not everybody can start off or have the money for a truck mount. When I started off many years ago, kind of close to Kevin's years, I basically started off with a Kirby shampooer. So, it just takes time to establish a business. And somebody said that would be a good video. I agree. It'd be a fantastic video, really. Because listen, and on top of it, they're trying to move us away from gas engines. Look at California. They're trying to get rid of all gas cars. And I'm not saying it's going to happen, but I tell you what, everything else they've tried to do has come to fruition, right? So good luck trying to stop these people, oligarchs, or whoever's running the world or the country, whatever. They got these green deals, and the deal is you got to get rid of your electric engines probably. I mean, your gas-powered engines have to go to electric. So it would be helpful to have a good video like that, and I'll break it down. And Kevin, love to have you for it. All right. Well, I'm Rob Allen with Truck Mount Forums. Hope you enjoyed this video right here. If you ever have any questions or any problems, reach out to us at tmfshop.net. You can reach out to support@truckmountforums.com. You can, if you're on YouTube, if you don't mind, take the time and subscribe. So every time I do these type of videos, they'll pop up. You'll be able to see the live videos. Go to our Truck Mount Forums fan page on Facebook. We also have the Truck Mount Forums cleaning group, carpet cleaning professionals. And it has over 22,000 members now. And I'll tell you what, it's like 1,000 posts. You're getting a lot of information fast. So you can find us on Instagram. You can find us on TikTok. And now we're also on Twitter, which I guess is now called X, right? So we really appreciate your support. We love giving back. We believe in the law of reciprocity. We believe if we help you become successful, you'll help us become successful. Well, I'm Rob Allen with Truck Mount Forums. Have yourself a great day.